computer, of course, and share the screen. Okay, now this is so critical, and I want you to just follow along as I show you how you too can see the data about basically all children. This is California Department of Education. I pretty much know how to operate this website. So you go to cde.ca.gov. That's where you go, and you're in your search bar or whatever. And then you click on this button right here, DataQuest, right? And then you want to go to DataQuest's homepage. Go to the homepage, and here's where you find the report. So we want to go, let's look at a level. We want to look at a district level. And then we want to look at California. Now, do we want, what can we see? Let's see all the things that they have here. They have the dashboard, additional reports and data, CAS results. Let's see. Annual enrollment, foster care, special education data, and the graduation rates in the cohorts. And then they even have the dropout rates. And then, they have lots of new information here. Local control funding formula reports, graduate, this right here, graduation or dropout rates. When you go there, you select it, and you want to, because then you want to type in the district, and it's going to do that right there. And then you see right here, you go to the school district, Sacramento City Unified School District, as you can see, and then you submit. You go to the district. There we go. And then by ethnicity, and you click submit. And it's going to take you to, I believe it's going to take you to the page with the information. But I guess we're just waiting for DataQuest to kick in. I guess my, a little slow, but it's going to happen. And so this will show you the dropout rates in Sacramento City Unified School District. And so you can pick a school right here. And let's see, let's look at John F. Kennedy. I know that one pretty good. And you want to, the subgroup, it'll say that, but because it's going to be by ethnicity, and it's going to show you all the males. I want to look at the males. And so let's just, where do we click apply here? I guess you don't. But this is what it is. Where's the African American, not Hispanic? It claims that 8 children, let's see. It says the total enrollment was 2,000. Is it showing me something here? Let's see, African American children, not Hispanic. And it's showing us the total 912, and that's gotta be the dropouts. 427 students dropped out between the 9th and the 12th grade. Because that's the data, because they have more than, they have more than 500 students in the district. So district-wide, here, down here, 7th grade, 21, 8th grade, they had 13. Look, in the 12th grade, they had 182 right there. And right here it is, the total adjusted gross dropout, 269. So, I mean, but if you're looking, if there was 269 that was adjusted, whatever, that we were looking at a few seconds ago, and then you look at the Black community, you look at the African American students, you go all the way across, and in this 427, it doesn't seem to match up. I don't know. People do data differently, because 100% of one is still 100%. So you can report that you had 100% participation if one student was the only student that showed up, and that one student got to participate, and you had 100% participation, you were successful. So we really can't count on what people are talking about when they're talking about their data or their data points. And so you can look at it like this way too. and by ethnic and with the school data, and it comes up. I guess I switched over, so we have a little bit of slow connection right now, but it's real. We just have to wait for the computer to pop over there. There we go. Yeah, you see how all I really want to look at the other data. I think I really want to look at other data. I'm going to go to the data quest. Here we go. Back. I want to go back because I want to look at other data. And this is all, I mean, everything and anything you ever wanted to know is right here online. You don't have to, struggle. You need to just push yourself to do a little bit more. Okay, California, they have seabeds, the longitude, all of this where you can find school and district information. And so, it's just important. Accountability is what it is, but it's nothing if you're not holding someone accountable for the impact of the work that you do. And because we have a nation that's built on everyone being integrated in the services and being provided services to, it's so critical that you just understand that that's part of your responsibility too. And that's just real. I mean, if you need services for kids in special ed, SPECIAL, education. You see that? And you just right here. Special education, early intervention programs, and they have grants. They tell you, just basically, what you need to know as a parent. You have to know that parents are not born, basically. Parents are basically molded. They have to learn from, trial and error. It's called trials and tribulations. And sometimes life is very, very hard and very, very cruel if you're not prepared to live. So, and then people are born with other impairments, other health impairments, disabilities. But this is America, and we're supposed to be providing services and integrated services for everyone. They have laws and regulations, and you always can go, and find out what do the rules say. Just don't let anybody tell you anything. I mean, people can only share with you their experience and how it happened for you, for them. I can only share with you my experience and how it happened for me and what I learned to do to protect myself. So know that every resource that you possibly can think about, if you're going through something, you're going to need to find out. And I've seen it. And it's crazy. I saw where someone here in Clark County was being sexually harassed. And so when she went to go online to figure out what she could do to stop it, quash it, or because she filed a complaint about it or whatever. And then she did file a complaint at one of the hotels. And this is their thinking. They said that she was scheming to figure out how she could get money. Now, it could be either way. Maybe she did, but maybe she didn't. But everybody has the right to know. But when they use this internet information against you, as if trying to make you a criminal, because they can. Anybody can spin it the way they need to spin it. But if you're in a negative situation and you go look to seek remedies and they use this shit against you, come on now. They can manipulate. Devices can be manipulated. Data can be manipulated. They can send stuff to your computer that's not yours. So, this is America and it's the path that we're on. So I'm just trying to help you, help yourself. And you see, we're at this reference guide for special education. And say, if you want to know about, NUAL, annual meetings, and you search, and you have to search. Okay, I must have did something. You just have to search it first, I thought. That's really all you have to do. And then every time it comes up to the word annual in the law, it comes up. The term excess costs means that those costs that are in excess of average per student expenditure for the local educational agency during the preceding year for the elementary school and secondary school students may be appropriated with and shall be computed and after deducting. So, this is really, I want to say everything you need to know about how states can charge off services for special ed and, this term, free and appropriate public education. The term free and appropriate public education means special education services related that have been provided at a public expense under the supervision or direction without charge. See, that's critical. Meet the standards of the state's educational agency, include appropriate preschool, elementary school, and secondary education in the state involved, and provide in conformity with individual education plans, programs required under this section 114D of this site. And so, it's just so clear that, there was an intent to ensure that all Americans got educated. That's what the intent was. And our problem is that we have established a system in which we have really no authority to oversee, and we expect other people to intervene on our behalves when it has to be us that intervene on our behalves. And when we don't have the effective communication skills to challenge the system, a lot of times we get in trouble. So if you go all hot-headed up to the school because you're going to tell somebody something, know that you probably won't ever be able to step on a new school ground or, go to do any other advocacy because they've made laws against that. You can't challenge anyone. But what you can do is assess the data to see how many kids are being successful in a program before you keep them there. And so because, we have to talk about this really, I want to go back to that website here. I want to stay here because I want to say that we have to understand this is how anyone or all people are born. And all people should have access to public education in America. And that education is supposed to be helping you provide sustainable, something that you do, teach you so that you can advocate for yourself, teach you that so you can take care of yourself. It's like, tools, building up your arsenal so that you know what you need to do to advocate for you. I swear, when people don't know how to advocate for themselves, they don't know how to follow a process. And even if the paper says you only need these minimum things to go get an ID card or whatever, people don't know how to do it because they don't even know if they have all the relevant documents to follow through. So we have so many people that don't have real IDs, and real IDs was going to be a real issue in the state of Nevada, because actually it was an issue for me because the way I always spelled my name was Darlene, and my whole time I was in school, my whole life, that's how I spelled it. But on my birth certificate, it says Darlean, like lean, and that's not my name. That's not how I wanted it, and that's not how I used it. And it's just what I did. So when I got here and I went to go get my driver's license, they said, oh no, your birth certificate says this thing, but you're using this thing. And I can either go back and have all my documents names changed on on all my forms of identification, or I could write to the Hall of Records where I was born in Mississippi and send them proof of how I've always spelled my name, and they changed it on my birth certificate. So now, at the age of 60, I got a brand new birth certificate, and that's just real. Living in a country like America, and just being born here, or even just living here, because so many people are immigrants. Just living in this country means that you have a responsibility to ensure that when you're helping to provide a public service by paying taxes, that those taxes are effective and that they're working for the people, because that's the whole intent. I mean, we're here and we're working, and part of the income that we generate or services is money to provide all these wonderful services that we have in America. And then to say that some people would take advantage of it, but understanding this concept, you were born in a part of the harvest. And what did you get? You got absolutely nothing if you go to school for 12 years and you still can't read. Now, who got paid for 12 years and so many children are not reading, writing, or even receiving the benefit of the mandated law for education? Okay, I'm so confused. How is it that we have, and the last year when I was helping a parent at John F. Kennedy High School, she had 2 children there. And, this social promotion shit is just real. You need to, every Black citizen in Sacramento needs to go and understand that Sacramento City Unified School District has been disproportionate in the number of Black children put in special education for the last almost 10 years. Disproportionate. And when everybody else went full inclusion, Sacramento City Unified School District start building more behavioral classrooms and putting vice principals of behavior in place to deal with the willful defiance issues and the defiance issues. And, defiance only really comes in education when children don't understand and can't do the task, as far as I'm concerned. But when you're not held responsible for the maintenance of effort, for a service that you provide, but then you want to make the people who you're providing the services responsible to access that the service, the resources that you're providing, just because why? Because you get to make the choice? Just because why? Please explain to me. You have children in school and they're not receiving any services, but then the children are blamed for not getting any, not understanding, not engaging in the process when they can't literally do it. Let's look. I want to show you how I know that they can't do it. So we got to go back to data, and we're going to go to, I guess it's CBITS. Where are we going to see the Excel sheets or the files? Data collections. Let's see. That's not the one I need. I will get there soon. Okay. Here we are. What is that? No, I don't need that. Come back here. I need the one where I was before. Oh, there it is. It's not what I want either. Go back one. I don't think I want to do that, but it will. It's a file it's downloading. District level. School level. And I want to see the, what is it? Let me come to me. All right, that's the charter. They have some, look at all the different alternative programs that they have here in Sacramento. County Office of Ed. The only one that you don't see here is Sacramento City Unified School District. That's some real shit. Excuse me. But we can, oh, here it is, Sacramento City. But that's the charter school. I'm not exactly sure what's going to come up. Let's see. Yeah, see, this is the report on the charter. It's not the district. It's not Sacramento City Unified School District. Let's see. Testing and accountability. What will we get there? It's been a minute since I've been here. They don't make anything easy anymore. I swear to God. But you have to, you have to understand that it still doesn't matter if you don't know. It still matters that you have a personal responsibility to figure it out. People are just not born knowing. Parents are just not born anything. And so when we understand that, it's not happening for people who look like us, be cautious about where you're willing to put your children in a program. And simply, if you understand this, understand that as an American, you have a right to gain access to resources so that you can live your life. And so, we all need to know what we need to do to ensure that we can protect our children. And our children is all about, ensuring that access happens for you and yours. You know what I'm saying? That it's actually happening. Because we don't know. And if you don't know enough about what should be happening, how can you ensure it's happening? And that's just real. If you don't know what you should be expecting, how can you say that that was an expectation for you? Because you don't know. So we have so many people who are in the public school system, especially African American children, what's in high school. If those parents aren't sharp and on it, and those children are not telling the parents what to expect and what they should be doing, and there's nobody following that lesson plan, then there's no offer of faith, because most of the time the children are not engaged in the process and they're just not learning. They're just going there and holding a seat every day. So, when understand that, everything that probably you want to know that's happening on in America is either online or it's not. Look how a lot of people just don't submit their data. They don't have any data. The state has no data for them. And so the best thing that I can say that we need to do is just really have an opportunity to have we just need to have an opportunity to be able to have oversight in the public conversation about our people, because it's just not working. So I think I need to update a driver because I'm getting a little warning on top of my little video. And so I'm gonna stop here for now. And I've showed you how to get into some data. I really wish that, people would respond and ask questions so that I can kind of figure out, because I know so much, but then I don't know what you're facing. But I do know that we are facing the challenge of not that many Black children, very few, are going to be able to just jump into this distance learning and take off. So, but we need to make sure that they're even being given an opportunity, and that's just real. We need to make sure the opportunity does exist so that our children are learning also. So I'm going to stop and share this, and then I'll be back later on. Stop the share and stop the recording.